Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to run you through our second block of this French contrast training method that we're using to close out the season. So because it's the start of a new block, the boys are on a deload week again. They're using 75% of their 1RM on the strength lift for only 3 reps. So they're saving a lot in the tank there on the strength lift, and we're going to build up on the intensity as the weeks progress in this block. Now, if you watched my first video on this method, then you'll know it's a really good way to maintain strength and develop power to make sure you're as fresh as possible at the end of the season, which is super important if you're in the playoffs and you really need to perform at the end of the season. So the structure remains the same. We have a strength lift, followed by a force-orientated plyometric, something like a broad jump, something that's you're going to have a little bit more ground contact time, but you're always trying to minimize that, of course, before moving on to a loaded speed strength lift, such as snatches, clean variations, and finishing with a speed-orientated plyometric type activity. So as you can see with Franco, he was performing 3 reps on the trap bar deadlift with 160 kilograms, which is 75% of his 1RM. He would then take 20 to 30 seconds rest, and we were actually running a competition on the broad jumps, so everyone was going through the broad jumps, and this was part of his sequence. So there was 3 consecutive broad jumps that you had to perform, and you had to stick the landing on the last jump. Obviously, maximum distance wins. Now this is really an underrated exercise for horizontal force production and carry over to sprinting. So it's something that kids can do from a really young age. They can practice their jumping, their landing, their horizontal force production. You can make it into a game, but it's also really useful for adults and elite athletes because it carries over to sprinting. Of course, you need full intent, and so if you make a competition out of it, it makes it a little bit fun as well. After that, Franco took again 20 to 30 seconds before moving in to mid-thigh pulls with 90 kilograms. Now this is a variation of the Olympic lift. You get the most power output in that second pull position, which is exactly the position of the mid-thigh pull and what you go through, so it's fantastic for developing power. And Franco is doing this instead of regular cleans or hang cleans because it's match day +2 and his shoulder's just a little bit niggly. So just by getting that triple extension and aggressive shrug, we can have really good carryover to power without worrying about turning the bar over and just giving the shoulder a bit of bother when it needs to kind of settle down after a game. So again, Franco took his 20 to 30 seconds, and last but not least, we had this 5-meter kneeling start acceleration, but it was an overspeed drill. So you can get equipment specifically for this type of exercise, especially for top speed running, but we didn't have the bungee ropes, so we just connected regular resistance bands that we use for bench or squats to make us lighter and faster. So I cued the boys to get in the correct position, get their partner to start moving backwards, and when they feel like they're being pulled by their partner, to go with it and take those 5 meters, those 3 or 4 steps really as explosively as they can. Now the first time you do this is a weird sensation. There's a little bit of balance to figure out. You need to quickly organize your feet in the right position because you're moving faster than you would without the help, of course. But that's the whole idea behind it. So guys, it's 4 sets. Make sure you take 3 to 5 minutes after each set. Remember, it's all about quality, so you can take 20 to 30 seconds between each exercise and put maximum effort into every exercise. So it's just another great way of training that can be in your macro cycle for the year if you're trying to develop your strength, your power, your explosive profile, and supplement your speed game. Guys, I hope you find that useful. As ever, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Ciao.